The widow. How do I describe Ashley? She is a force of nature. But I'm going to do what I do. And I hope you like it, Ashley. Here we go. She's the widow. A cute, sexy thing. She has a husky voice with a southern twang. If you come at her, then pack a lunch. If you throw a jab, then she'll throw a punch. I think the MCU is her favorite topic. She breaks it down. She got crazy objects. The widow's ready. So here we go. Sit back, relax, enjoy her show. The widow. That name alone says it all. Ashley is a force of nature. Don't mess with her. Make sure you tune into her show. Her content is fire. Peace.
Hey. How are we today? You doing good?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Hopefully everyone is doing it, and whatever you're doing it well, right? I don't know why I said it that way. That's how I said it, guys. Hi, Brel. Welcome.
What up, y'all? What up?
I guess I should do this, even though it's on my channel, to the dot. And it feels weird. But welcome, my friends.
Yeah, it's very weird. Why am I on the left?
Because your name is first, you know. Hi, Geek Studios. How are you? Welcome. Good morning. How are you? Braille says, sup, Ash and Dot. Yes.
Geeks.
You know. So we have, so what movie is coming out? I forget. Like, and when is this movie coming out? Like, what are we talking about today?
It was supposed to be Doctor Strange, but recently during the week, MCU stuff been getting canceled because it's not that good. And the new restructuring at the MCU is going great. Kevin Feige is leaving, Walter Mott is taking over, and all this good stuff is happening.
He's taking over the MCU.
Yeah, there's a restructuring going on. Have you heard of Disney Discovery? Yeah.
No, I have not heard of Disney Discovery, guys.
Imagine if it was Disney and this got Walt Disney Discovery.
Tony, thank you so much. Shout out to Danny, aka Comic Chat, for making that song. And I was so honored that he made it. I love it. I love it.
I know people say twang anymore. I guess that's a Southern thing. Twang.
I'm doing good, have ups and downs, but we're doing good. We're living life and excited for these movies. I hope you are well, Geek Studios. Night is here, always makes an interest with the eyes. Hello, Andrew. Hopefully that, you're doing well. Hopefully you aren't upset with me about how I feel Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. I do. A lot of it's, I like those movies. Braille saying hi to everybody. So what are we going to talk about? What is the discussion going to be?
Doctor Strange 2 reviews. I didn't realize we was, well, I think you did.
Well, I mean, we don't need to.
I didn't realize this was the topic we was doing, but hey, I'm down. Let's talk about these early
What
reviews.
Did you think we were talking about?
I don't know, something MC related.
We're going to talk about this, and then we have this is the only thing. So we're going to be here for about 30 odd minutes with you guys, if that long. We just want to discuss this. There's a few things. Shout out to Leo Rydell. Was this Rydell? Geeky Goods?
Yeah.
Mr. Geeky Goods. I watched Geeky Goods' video first, okay, this morning. Before while I was sitting in my office. And he was still very positive. But, he was someone because if I usually am going to be like, okay, that person's opinion, I feel like it might be valid a little bit, is his. And he said that this movie is a 7 out of 10 for him and talked about a lot of issues that he saw within the film. Earlier today on Rotten Tomatoes, the film was at a
80-something percent.
was an 84%.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Now it has gone down a bit. It's gone down more 1% since I saw it earlier. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about.
Actually, look, I'm not praying on
I'm
the
going to
MCU
point
downfall
out.
just because this is happening. I'm not praying on the downfall of the MCU. This is not me praying on the downfall.
I'm gonna. I know, but what I want to discuss are two things, really. Really here
Look
that a
at Knight's
lot
coming.
of. I know. Knight is gonna say what he's gonna say. You know,
Go ahead. I'm just joking.
he's gonna say what he's gonna say. And this is what I want to preface a lot of this with this, guys. I had been saying all along, I don't want a film that's overstuffed with a bunch of cameos and it's just cameos all around. And with a lot of the reviews that I've looked at,
Or a lot of
and
people say it's not that much cameos.
they're
But
saying it's not big enough. It's
yes,
too rainy for them. You know,
this doesn't sound like a bad thing. Sounds good. I mean, you can see the
it's
director's
just
you
like,
should see the director's identity inside the work to an extent.
but the main thing that I am concerned about when it comes to the film for me is really the length of the film. And I know some people don't like when films are just like off to the races at the very, very beginning, right? But for
Yeah.
me, I like that sense of urgency because we're literally picking up from where we left off in Spider-Man No Way Home. And then also I watched a bit of the red carpet, and my husband, my love, my Kevin Feige, he said that because of what Sylvie did in Loki by killing He Who Remains,
Started the multiverse.
then because he was gone, right? And then when the spell happened, there was no, He Who Remains to fix that and to branch that timeline off, to cut that timeline off, to prune it, right? So that is why, because so it's like step A goes to step B, right? So that's why in No Way Home there was this tear. Yeah, my baby said that. Isn't that amazing? Because everybody was like, now which one did it? So it's like and we had been saying it's probably a combination of both. But here in the film, there's not a lot of cameos. Like, you have to temper your expectations, right? And I really excited to see the film. Really, really am. I didn't put Better Call Saul at the bottom. Look at that. So, what are you still excited to see this movie?
I mean, I'm still down to see it. You Sam Raimi on it. Not a huge fan of Doctor Strange, but I mean he's one of the few characters I can honestly try and care about at the moment in the MCU. That's I can grasp onto, grab, like someone that can pull me. But I mean I'm down for it. I don't think this movie's gonna be bad or nothing. Sam Raimi's a proven director. He has made a bunch of good films, best Marvel films ever. But yeah, I'm totally down for this movie. I suppose Elizabeth Olsen is killing it, but that's the biggest thing I'm worried about because I understand a lot of characters who get featured in movies can they have their big moments, but I don't want her to be the talk of the town when the movie comes out.
Yeah,
because it's it's his movie. You want him to be the one talked about. It's like, let's say Flashpoint came out and everybody's talking about anybody but Flash. Just damn, did the movie really do what it was supposed to do? Make the star the star. Not saying that, not saying Wanda cannot be a star too, but I don't want the Wanda hype. I don't want the Wanda sweep to overtake the Doctor Strange sweep. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to overtake it. Now, if it does, it does. People will receive things in a different manner, but I want Doctor Strange to end up being the big talk of the town when you come out of this film. That's what I want. I hope it is. I hope I receive Doctor Strange the best from this film compared to his other members in this movie. That's what I hope for.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna look. There's two reviews that two big reviews that I want to look at. Here and it's like the extreme. We're gonna go with the extreme. And then we're gonna see if you can make sense of some of this. But right now, like I said, it's setting at a 79%. It's still certified fresh. When we think about Rotten Tomato scores in the past for other films that people have loved, they've been around a 66%. Even that's where the Joker was. So we'll see. I am, like I said, concerned about the pacing in the film. Is this going to be something that I'm going to feel like tells a complete enough story? And with all of the reshoots and then the reconstructing of the film, is it going to feel like things are missing? Curious. I'm curious to find out. And a lot of people have said at times that about it. Well, Grace said, it feels like this movie undoes a lot of the things that happen in WandaVision. That because there's no vision, and then it just seems like that there was no focus about him. So it seems like that could be an issue. And I don't know if that's true, if it's like it's being undone, or if Hi, RJ. RJ says, I think it'll settle around 81 to 85%. Same as Infinity War. Most people are loving the movie. Those that don't like the movie aren't fans of Raimi's style or the hardcore Wanda fans who didn't jive with it. Yeah, I agree, because I think that a lot of people, everything that I've seen negative has been about Raimi. It's like it's too Raimi. And the one review that I'm going to pull up for you guys and read, it's like it gave the film a 1 star. And like I said, yeah, I know he's loving it, right?
No, I'm like, well, once I look,
he literally gave the film a 1 star, like he did, like and let me pull that up.
I throw the MCU, but Doctor Strange, I think this will be like a 1-star movie.
Yeah, he literally gave it a 1 star. He said that it was horrible. Here we go. He's from the New York Post, and he's considered one of the top critics on Rotten Tomatoes, guys. So, yeah. So here is, he works for the New York Post, and he basically said, I'm going to pull up the full article of what he said. Basically was that it was the worst MCU movie ever made. Here we go. He gave it a 1 out of 4. He said right here, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has officially jumped the Stark. Okay.
The Stark?
What's the Stark? Like Tony Stark.
Did he mean Shark, or did
he meant Stark? He meant Stark because of Tony Stark. Yeah, and I'm going to get to...
I wouldn't even count this as a review. I don't know what that is.
That's just what he said. He said at one point towards the end of the movie, there might be another other me. That's kind of a line in the film.
Did he give it a 1 out of 4?
Yeah, he gave it a 1 out of 4. Hi, Hanzo. I'm not on the screen, so I didn't know you were here.
That is a DC MCU hater, DC lover, and fan. It's K-Dot that made that.
I mean, New York Post. He works for the New York Post. He says that the various versions of Earth are lame.
I mean, at that point, I wouldn't even leave a review. Like, I agree. I wouldn't leave a review.
He calls Wanda a kinda villain.
So she's still in the middle.
Yeah, she's still not and he says it's just like they're just like throwing out terminology, from the comic books like rapid fire, and it doesn't seem like it makes sense. He hates the Illuminati. He said a few cameos appearance, get those sad cheers you hear at the sea. So it's sad. He said fan service is wonderful, but not if it means everybody else needs a manual. Saying that, like, for casual audiences, they don't know who these characters are, so they're not going to get it.
Well, the people me and Ashley saw, well, one of them, nobody may not recognize him, but the other three, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the other two, the two that we saw. The obvious two that they should recognize, I think they'll be able to recognize. But there's two in there that they definitely may have trouble recognizing. One of them isn't unpopular, but they may have trouble recognizing him. Since
I do want to.
You're talking about the members of the Illuminati?
Maybe.
Cameos? Okay.
Wink, wink. Anzo, look. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I feel you. You're muted, Ash.
You're muted, Ashley.
This is weird.
MC fans,
I didn't even touch the button, dude.
K-Dot did it. He didn't want to hear you talk.
He probably did.
I did it. I was literally just drinking my water, you know.
I bet he did. It said many diehards in their zombie-like subservience to the MC gods will tell you that Sam Raimi has directed a horror movie. Lies. It's as scary and visually arresting as Van Helsing, Underwater, and Hellboy 2. They're unexplained henchman, flying bird made out of corpses, and Wanda's evil lair is just the dining room of Tylo. Everything, including the overabundance of the CGI, is ugly as a sin. Wanda turns into Carrie White for a spell, but it's mostly amounts to an insult. Strange is easily the least likable character in the MCU because he shows little to no emotion and his magic is too formidable. Even though his love interest, Christina, is back again to give this talking block of dry ice something to fight for, there's no drive to the character. What do y'all think about that?
Did he say the MCU gods? I swear. Did he just say MCU gods?
Well, I forgot you can see
it's clear he has a certain. Go. Can you bring up his IMDb? Bring up his.
I'm gonna pull up his article.
No, I just.
You want to see his prior.
Just look at
prior stuff.
I don't want to look at his recent scores of his stuff. Just take a quick scroll, like the first 10.
But that's,
I mean, an idea of what type of movies.
Like I said, I was gonna go with the. I'm going with extremes on both ends. I'm gonna show you someone that gave it a perfect score. Yeah. And then I'm showing you someone that gave it, and then we'll look at a few that just
past his films.
The unbearable weight of massive talent. Okay, that is a good movie. I agree with him. I agree with him on that movie though. Fantastic Beasts. He didn't like Sonic. He hated Morbius. He gave Morbius a better score. He gave it a 1.5.
He got that.
He gave the Batman Oh, guys, he gave the Batman a 2.
He doesn't like superhero stuff.
He gave the Batman a 2.
I don't think he's in the comic book shit like that. I figured he wasn't. Like, I was looking. I don't think he's into the comic book stuff like that. Fresh, Sing 2, and I don't even think he's into kid movies and stuff.
Spider-Man,
not saying, look,
he gave Spider-Man No Way Home a 3.5 out of 4.
Yeah. So look. I take that back. He's an MCU shield.
He gave Eternals a 1 out of 4.
All right, I changed my mind. He's not MCU.
He gave Venom a 1 out of 4.
He doesn't like this comic book shit.
Let's see if there's a net.
He doesn't like it.
That's
gonna
be
likes
all. It's gonna be on the first. So that's what he said. He does. So
wait.
Oh, look. He was spitting until you found out he didn't like the Batman. Now the man is trash.
Wait, so he likes so that 83%, is that his score or is that
No, that's all his score is on the far. Yeah, that's the overall score. When you see the 78, you
he likes
tomatoes in the splat. Yeah, but he didn't like this
he
movie.
Likes to like Doom, Last Night in Soho. He likes those type of movies. He's not really into like comic book shit. It's obvious.
He likes Spider-Man No Way Home.
Well, I mean, it's either if he does like comic shit, he probably like the popular stuff like Batman, Spider-Man, or like the popular characters that's been in the media. That it's either he's on like Spider-Man or a Batman. He's either going to be that type of dude. I'm not shocked that you like Spider-Man No Way Home. That's a Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then we get to, and then I'll pull. So, what do you think, Anzo, about this guy? Or are you just like he's probably just hating completely? Is Anzo here?
No, he's muted right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, look, I will say this. This is my thing, right? I seen it today. Now, you remember that John Roca dude? Do you see his tweet about the Doctor Strange thing?
No, pull it up real quick.
Let me see. All right, so a lot of people didn't like his tweet about his opinion on the movie. I remember when a lot of people do this, right? And the reason I didn't comment on any of this dude stuff was because I'm gonna wait until after I watch the movie to go back to his tweet and comment, because I have to kind of learn how to not do this and stop doing it, because it's not really good. Because it's like I looked at this man's tweet about where's that? I literally just seen it right here. Okay, so he gave his opinion about the movie. This is his opinion. This is his review of the film. Sadly, Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness is a disappointing entry into the MCU. Like I said, I'm not saying I agree or disagree. Let me make this clear. What I feared about Sam Raimi directing this movie came true. He brought his stuck in the past 1990s approach to a 2022 film, and it's irritatingly out of step with that. I think I meant to say with that. And then I looked at some of the comments and I look at the review thing, and I'm like, half these people haven't even seen the movie, and they getting mad at his opinion on the movie and that they haven't seen. I understand, like, if it was someone trying to bash something before it comes out like really, really hard, but I'm like, he just gave his opinion on the movie that you haven't seen yet, and people are getting real defensive. I remember he was doing this for the Batman, even Zack Snyder, just like any movie, any comic book movie, any movie in general that's getting a lot of buzz and people are anticipating it. They do this a lot. Now, he could be wrong when we see the movie, and we can go back to this and be like, yo, this fool was wrong. He don't know what he was talking about. But it's like, we haven't seen the movie, so can we really give him a hard time for his review, or give someone a hard time for the review and you haven't even seen the movie yet? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I agree, but that's just like what it is.
It's different once you see it, and then you can combat his review. It's like, oh, I seen the movie, and he's wrong. But let me tell him why he's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's silly to attack anybody for their opinion if they.
Well, I'm not saying they're attacking them, but it's like, I'm not saying attack, but it's like it's clearly
fan.
It's clear to me fans already set expectation like, yo, I'm gonna like this. They really want it to be good, and they don't want to be bad. And hearing someone like this come out and say something like that, it's like, oh, there's no way this movie could be bad. Blah blah. What are you talking about? Like, I was a little bit like that with the Batman. I was like, saw some early reviews, and I was like, ain't no way this movie could be bad. What the heck you talking about? Based off what we are seeing from the trailers and stuff, like, there's no way this could possibly be bad. But I kind of refrain from a lot of the responding to reviews and stuff until I see it. I'm kind of trying to get there, because it's not going to make for a good conversation if I'm telling someone what their opinion of a movie should be if I have not seen the movie.
I mean, telling anybody what their opinion, I mean, having a discussion and saying this is how I see it, and they give their opinion and be like, this is why I like it. That's one thing, but you're never going to convince somebody to like something, either.
Right.
Really,
I mean, you probably could you probably could if you have the knowledge they have about the topic you're discussing.
Like, I mean, you can maybe be like, have them look at it in a different light, maybe, if they're willing to be open to it, but usually they're not.
Well, me, I'm here to brainwash and change your mind. So that's why I'm gonna watch the movie. I hope I agree with him. Me, actually, if I agree with him, that's a good thing. You know, it's a good thing. I'm about to get Riley so many people to my side. I'm like, this movie so disappointing. Blah 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 blah.
I think RJ brought up a good point earlier when he said that, and I agree that people need to temper their expectations for this film. You need to go into the film not thinking you're going to see all these characters and all these wild things are going to be happening in this movie, because it's really a story about Strange, Wanda, and America Chavez. You know, that's what the story is about, right? And to the next article, I wanted to look at some of the things that he said about the film, right? Before, and then I know what's his name, Eric Davis on Twitter. He, he was another one that was extremely positive. But like the people that I watch and listen to, most of them, kind of had that sentiment that I just repeated. That it's good. There are some issues, with the story, but it's about a 7. It doesn't. Everyone has hyped it up too much, at times, and that it's not as big as in scope as you think it'll be. But it's a really good film, and it does have, and it's very. You can feel Sam Raimi's stamp all over the film. That's what I've heard from the few YouTubers when I'm like, oh, I watch their stuff. Oh, and I'm like, okay, I don't take their opinion, as my own, but I respect them and feel like, okay, they're pretty reasonable. The few that I do listen to, and that's like 2. Okay, so Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. What a movie! The Doctor will see you now, and they're all worth seeing. See, you see here, review at a glance. You see how many stars he gave it?
5
stars. He gave it 5 stars, guys. And he actually writes, this is from the Evening Standard. Okay. This article. And then the guy from the Wrap also, I believe, gave it a 5 out of Alfonso Dorado. He gave it a 5 out of 10 too. So they love it. So let's see what he had to say. A few things about the film. He said, okay. Have you done your homework? The internet would have us believe that they appreciate the twists and turns in this cheeky, multiverse-obsessed MCU sequel. We need to. Okay, the original story first introduced us to Strange, Brainy Neurosurgeon, that we should also be up to speed with the 2 live-action WandaVision and Loki, and the cartoon series What If, plus all. Okay, nerds love homework. I'm not allowed to say that, but I am one. Okay, so that tells you right there that he's probably into this genre. Yeah, as it happens. Okay, of course, if you want to understand strange behavior of Marvel fans, where's the review? Where is he talking about the film?
I think that whole thing is a review.
He's just saying like blah 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 homework. Over the course of these 2 hours, we meet many versions of Strange in the typical line. Our hero refers to another me. And yet the story is really very simple. 3 powerful characters, Strange, the witch Wanda Maximoff, and the teenager America Chavez, are all suffering from trauma. Loved ones have been lost, lovers, as well as parents and siblings, and our protagonist, paralyzed and corrupted by survivor's guilt, must face the demons. Okay. See, this is not, it's so long. But he enjoyed the movie. God bless America too. So he loves it.
I think it's going to be great. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it.
I think that his is a little bit too heavy-handed, like on the positive side. That's why. And it's like you can't get to like in his review, it's just like there's not. I'm trying to find elements where you're talking about the film, and I don't really see anyone.
Well, you know, there's going to be on both sides, right? There's going to be people that talk about it as the greatest Marvel movie ever, and then you're going to have the rest of them that say, "Oh no, it's not good at all." So
yeah,
you
that was
have
the
to
point
find
I
the
was pulling.
balance. Yeah.
Yeah, I was pulling up one extreme of each. The one that said it was the worst, one that said it the best, and then we're just gonna go look through some of the other ones at the top, and see, just kind of go over it and see what they had to say here.
Preaching facts, Eddie. Do your thing, brother.
So these are all the top critics, because I still have it on there. It says from the San Francisco Chronicle, Mick Lasila, clearly these superheroes are never going away. However, if all Marvel movies are as smart as Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, it won't matter. He gave it a 3 out of 4. Okay. This, and then Nick from the Daily Beast, a summertime sequel that proves way too messy and geeky until it manages to double back and round again into a pleasurable absurdity. See, that's what I'm starting to like. I've heard from, people who know the characters and know the source material that this is Kevin Feige's, that this is so removed from House of M and things like that. Yet that they bring in specific things and elements from the comic books, but the story are completely a different interpretation. So apparently this guy, maybe he doesn't know some of these, basic things, but if you pay attention, I mean, usually the MCU is really good about like making that information understandable for the general audiences. So I don't know if because I haven't seen it, and for me, I'll understand it. So I don't know what a normie would think. And then the movie mom says, what keeps it under the level of the best of these films, though, is what it has been an increasing issue in superhero movies. The powers are not clearly defined, so the stakes are not clearly defined. She gave it a B.
Which means not defined, like, which I'm up.
She says the powers are not clearly defined, so the stakes are not clearly defined. I guess she's saying their power set and the characters' powers are not completely defined.
I think she might be talking about powers. I think she might be talking about power scaling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Power set. That's what I just said. That's what I just said. You're not listening to me, Dot.
Right. Because
no. I'm trying to figure out what she really, because it's obvious what Strange's powers
are defined, right? But it's the fact that sometimes in some,
I think she means the scaling, the power set, like how strong they are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's what she's meaning. That's what she's meaning. Yeah, but she's saying defined. But yeah, like the source of Strange's power, we know where that comes from. It's explained.
An evil place.
Well, what Emergency Awesome said in his video is that at this moment, these characters are the strongest that they've ever been so far. They said Doctor Strange is at the strongest.
See,
Wanda's at the strongest. Right?
I heard some people say the opposite about Wanda, that she's not as strong as she is at the end of WandaVision, and she's not as strong as she was in those few seconds at the end of Endgame.
Really?
Yeah. But we'll see. I've heard that like her power just doesn't seem as OP as you had those big powerful moments in those two films compared to in this film. I think that she's more maybe sinister and, maybe harming people, but they said it doesn't come off visually as strong as it does in those other two instances. But we'll see. But like everyone has a different take on it. See, Emergency Awesome said, that they are at peak power scaling. Here. So is anyone concerned, or either one of you concerned about, and this is true blue, honest feelings here. What do you all think?
What was the question? I stepped away for a second.
I said, are you all concerned about this film at all?
No. Okay, not one bit. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it. I was texting Danny the other day, and I was like, "Yo, Danny, what if it's trash? He's like, no, it's not going to be trash. And I said, I agree with you, but what if it is? And that was the most concern I have, but I really think it's going to be good.
Dot, honestly, are you scared, worried, or is there anything about the film that maybe has you a
No.
little bit concerned?
I think my biggest concern would be probably power scaling, but I think other than that, it's in the hands of Sam Raimi. Like, we're Gucci. The first Doctor Strange, like I said, was a good movie. And it was okay to me. I thought it was okay. This can be even better. You know, the only thing I can really worry about is the power scaling and how much the cameos might impact things. That's really it. That's because Wanda, I want Doctor Strange to walk out being the talk of the town when this film is all said and done. Yeah, it's gonna have you're always gonna have your stands. It's gonna be like Wanda sweep, Wanda invasion, Wanda, Wanda, Wanda. Yeah, I was gonna have them, but like I want the takeaway to be Wanda. I mean, not Wanda, Strange. That's what I want the takeaway to be because this is his movie. I don't, I wanted him to be the takeaway. That's all I want for the most.
Well, I heard there's gonna be a lot of cameos, but they're not gonna be a big portion of the movie. So they're probably gonna have one scene where they're going through multiverses or whatever, and you're gonna see certain things. But I don't think they're gonna be like a major part of the story,
And
which
that's
is
great.
good.
I don't want it
Yeah,
overstuffed with cameos.
me
Like for
too.
me, I've always been hyped for this movie once it was announced because I was excited for Doctor Strange 2 because I've always said the first film is extremely underrated in my opinion. And regardless of how these two feel about Wanda, I loved WandaVision. I've loved Wanda since Age of Ultron. So I was excited, for her to be here in the movie, guys. So that's my thoughts. And
look, even though Wanda was bullying some kids, I don't hate Wanda. I still think she's a good character. She's one of the few good characters that I can at least, care about. And it's not because she looks a certain way. Yeah, she looks fire. She looks amazing. Y'all see that post Elizabeth Olsen put out? Over there seducing us.
On the red carpet you're talking about?
Yeah, y'all said over there trying to
Yeah,
seduce us DC fans like me to her side. Like, she better get up out of here with that
She
stuff. She
don't
better
look that
like,
good. I don't know what you guys are saying.
yes, she does. She's
She knows.
also you in that seducing voice of her.
With
She
the
was like,
little breast kind of side breast showing in the picture.
not wearing no bra or nothing. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, what is
Man,
she doing to me? Like,
I think she's
I'm DC
gorgeous
for life, bro.
I think
She's trying to
she's a
seduce
great
people.
actress. I know people said that it's a little bit. I heard that that she's slightly one dimensional, but we don't know if that's true. I've heard America Chavez doesn't have all of
I feel like
the
America
personality
might be the
that
one-dimensional one.
no that she doesn't have the same strong personality that she has in the comics. That's what I heard about her. But
she might be
her
the weakest
powers
part of the movie.
that her powers look really good though. It's not that her performance is bad. It's just how she's written in the interpretation of the character. For some people, but general audiences might connect to her. But for people that know the source material, they're saying she's nothing like the character from the comic books at all. Like she has no like she's just a damsel in distress, kind of a thing a bit at times in the film. Those are the things that I've heard.
She was specifically going to be that because, like, I mean, the plot is Strange is trying to help her from these invaders and stuff. Like, that's trying to get her. So I expected it. I expected her to be that, and I think she's going to be serviceable for the plot. But the strong point is going to be Strange, Wanda, and Strange, and Wanda. They're acting and shit. I think they're going to be the strongest of the film.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
America Chavez, she's going to be serviceable. I think when she gets in other stuff like maybe Young Avengers or whatever, that you say is coming. I think then she'll get more spotlight to shine when she's not being a plot device or a damsel in distress,
Mm-hmm. And so that's what I think. I think that those are people's opinions. I do have a slight concern, and my slight concern is, the timing. Are you going to have enough time to tell the story? Is it all going to make sense, or is there going to be more plot inconsistencies and and things that don't make sense for the characters' motivations within the story. For me, like, because there were a few in No Way Home, and we'll see where it ends up, and we will tell you very soon our thoughts and opinions. We're going to be talking about this movie. I'm going to be
For
talking
about
about
a
it.
week.
I know I'm going to, I know, I know. Eddie's going to give us, before we leave, before we get up out of here, I want to get Eddie's thoughts.
Eddie's my boy.
Really
What
quick.
up, Eddie? What's going on?
Eddie.
What's up? The elitists out in these streets. Go ahead, Eddie. Preach that good word, my brother.
Well, you know, I'm always respectful about the MCU. I there you actually
yeah.
I did see. I covered some of it too when it comes to the reception and some of the early reviews from the people who saw the movie. I think the majority is obviously more good than bad, but I was surprised that there's lots of people who do not like this movie. I was like, for real? Like Sam Raimi behind it, the helm with like horror aspects of all that stuff. But lots of people were complaining about either the visual effects, the pacing, the characters getting, well, not undeveloped, but like I think differently than we expect them to, which is like I don't know, man. But I'm gonna see the movie like on Friday, I believe, but I just have to make up my own opinion. I can't just keep, I can talk about it, yes, but I can't just base my own opinion on how I feel about the movie just by seeing these people talk about it online. All these insiders and critics are on Tomatoes and stuff. The score going down, that's kind of surprising, but I think it might go up. But like I said, I'm not trying to trash the movie while watching it, but I don't know. That's all I pretty much have to say. I'm just surprised, shocked, and I'm a little like.
Are you still excited? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it. Of course, I like the first film. I like the first film, so obviously I'm gonna watch the sequel. Even if it's not a direct sequel, it's still a sequel to the Doctor Strange character. And obviously, I like Wanda as a character, and all that stuff about WandaVision not meaning anything anymore. Well, I guess it. I don't know what else to say. I mean,
no, WandaVision still matters because the kids. I mean, it's not like that's. I mean, that's just like.
But like the lesson she learned in the end, I think that's what the people mean.
Okay, she learned. Okay,
Flashpoint.
The lesson is she had to let them go in that moment because she was going to free those people, but she didn't completely give up on the idea of seeing her family again. Like, because I mean, Vision even says, we'll see each other again. Essentially, she never wanted to give up her family.
She gonna give up the kids again. She's gonna get an opportunity to see them again in this movie, and then she got to give them up again.
We'll see. I mean, she might. But let's see. She gonna be completely bad here? We don't know.
I think she's gonna be.
And apparently, there's two post-credit scenes. There's two post-credit scenes. For the film. One sets up something for the future. Dun 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 dun. Right. And one apparently is a little silly. So that's the information that we have about the movie. What do you think? I think that all of our big cameos are coming later down the line. I think that they're gonna be laying groundwork for a Secret Wars is what's happening. I think that's what we're leading to.
DC does a crisis, you guys are like, oh my gosh, we don't have enough cameos to go against their like when we get our cameos going, and y'all got y'all.
Who's gonna be in your movie? Will Smith, Ezra Miller, Amber Heard,
Amber, Christopher Reeve's gonna be in it.
Jared Leto,
Jared Leto, he's gonna come back. He's gonna be Morbius, Joker, and his character from the little things in this one movie. So
ain't nobody gonna go see that movie.
Y'all want
just like nobody really wanted to go see the Batman anyways too, right?
Yeah. Wow. Zack Snyder is going to direct and write it, so we can't wait for that crisis movie.
I'm fine with that. Zack Snyder can direct it. At least we'll have a cooler action scenes.
He can do some action. He really can. Joking. He might do, if he comes back, he might do swimmingly. Guys,
he
right?
Made the best DCEU movie, right? Zack Snyder did.
He did.
Yeah. Snyder
Zack Snyder
Cut.
wishes he
He
made.
actually did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He made the best two,
Facts.
That's
Facts.
two. What you?
and
What
was a
two?
producer on the third.
What you talking about?
Facts.
You
Man
mean
of Steel, Zack Snyder's Justice League,
Wonder
and Wonder
Woman, Wonder
Woman.
Woman, Man of Steel any day of the week? I'm sorry.
That's how it goes in order
Better
for
origin
me.
movie.
Even though I feel
would
like
kinda
Man of
agree.
Steel
Man of
is
Steel,
not
I
a
like Man. I
Superman,
like Man of Steel
Superman
to an
movie.
extent.
It's, to me, Man of Steel is the best DCU film.
Wow, yeah. So you gonna do us dirty like that? You know that's not a good Superman movie. You gonna do us like that for sure, for sure.
I've said this. There's receipts from a year ago where I said this.
You just don't want to say Shazam. It's okay.
2 years ago.
You know you like Shazam, Ashley. Just admit it. Say it live on air right now. Ashley.
I said I'm going to get. What?
We go.
Hi, I'm having trouble sharing the stream from a post I'm making myself with everyone tagged. Sorry, it's a privacy thing. Just wanted to give a heads up.
Thanks for trying, anyways.
No, it's fine. No worries. We're wrapping up.
Hey,
What we need to do.
Don't share these MCU fans.
What we need to do is have a
DC
stream
fans for
where
life.
K-Dot and Eddie challenge me and Ash to see which is better, the DCEU or the MCU.
Oh, we
Well, we
gonna troll
already
the hell out of
know.
y'all. Y'all getting trolled to the end of y'all life. My first defense
Yeah.
week, Adam.
Wait a
West
minute, hold on. Wait a
defense.
minute. Wasn't there
See,
a post?
Shazam to her wasn't terrible. To me, I don't like Shazam. There's so many reasons why I don't like the movie. For me, it's just it's not in like the bottom of all superhero movies. You know, it's above a lot of things, but to me, it's not good though. It's bad, and I don't like it.
But
I think it's better than Captain Marvel. I think it's better than Wonder Woman 84. I think it's better than Eternals. I think it's better than Thor the Dark World. I think it's better than all the ones that I say are at the bottom, all of these movies. It's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
but wait,
No,
wasn't there?
but it's
Don't
not.
forget-
Hold on. Wasn't there a tweet by someone on this
Oh my
panel
gosh,
that
really?
said Avengers was the best?
Look at that. Did that just
Well
happen?
done.
I don't think that was true.
Yeah.
I think Red somebody posted a person that Superman and Lois, the Stargirl season 3 got canceled. I don't think that's true. If she's talking about the tweet where it says Zatanna
I'll pull it
Stargirl
up,
season
Anzo,
3
I
gets
got you.
canceled and something else, I don't think that one's legit.
Guys,
I'm not saying she's wrong. I don't know what she saw, but if she saw the post, what I'm talking about with that included Stargirl season 3 on it, I doubt it.
I gotta look it up. I will look into it. I didn't see that. When was that? When did that happen?
Suppose it happened today. I was scrolling.
I've been trying to like pay attention to my news more, because where I'm getting back into doing my normal thing. Just in general, I used to be up on stuff. But I'm going to show you guys something before we get out of here. That guys, this is breaking news.
She's about to troll us, Eddie. Watch.
No, I'm not trolling. This is truly breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you all to know that what I'm about to show some of you guys might be alarming, right? But trust me when I tell you this.
Oh my God. Get ready to be
there always comes a time, right, where people expose themselves for how they truly feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
And luckily, I do my due diligence, right? And I keep up.
Expose who? What you talking about?
And I always
right?
know where it's at. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to inform
I'm about to
you
go
and to
delete
announce.
that tweet. What y'all talking about? What's that? I'll delete that shit.
Exposed MCU chill. You know what he said, guys? You know what he said?
Yeah.
It says the best Suits movie. He's talking about Avengers. All right. Oh, let's just go to the original tweet so you all can get, the full, so you can completely understand what this man said. Right.
Absolutely.
So Bat King 66, shout out to Bat King 66. He says, "What are your thoughts on the Avengers?" That was the tweet. And Dot said, "Best superhero film about a team heroes, honestly. Avengers 1 did it right. Check mark."
I meant to say best live action. I'm going to say best live action, but
so guys,
it is the best live action superhero film about a team.
You know
heroes.
what?
It is.
Y'all been amazing, right? You know, and now that we know what's truly in his heart.
And live action. I make that clear. Live action.
Caught in 4K.
Live action.
Dead ass.
And you can delete the post now, but it's on stream. We have
it's on this stream,
and it will always
I
be
got
there.
the receipts, y'all. I got the receipts. Now his daddy's about to go
report
through
Ashley's
it when
channel,
he finds
bro.
this out.
I'm
here to tell you guys, this man, I told y'all. I know. I've known this dude for a while.
I meant to say live action anyways. I meant to say live action.
As soon as you know James Gunn got hired, right?
And then no, go to the rest of the thread. Look at
no, you do that later. You know,
because I had a realization. I had a revelation about some shit.
Whatever.
No, right here. Yes. Look, got him. Yes, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, we went 20 minutes over what we was gonna do, but I appreciate you all watching us. Thanks to Eddie for being here. Eddie, you want to tell them about a video you just did? Didn't you just put up a video?
Yes, I made a quick video about the Man of Water series being, I guess, possibly announced. That's all I did, to be honest. That DC content is where it's at. I guess K-Dots, I have to talk to you later behind the scenes about this betrayal. But
yo, man,
it is what it is, K-Dots. We're gonna have to talk about it sooner or later. But
you know what I'm saying? I told y'all. I know this man's. I know this man, right? This man loves the MCU, and I just caught him. So Onzo, what you got coming up, going on? How you?
Just Chaos List coming up later on tonight. Other than that, OOC tomorrow, and that's about it.
And ...
Stuff is coming this week. I have been tired, but I got 2 anime reviews coming this week. Hopefully I can get them out before Sunday, but 2 coming this week. Been tired, but they're on the way. They're coming. But for now, you might get little streams in between, some shorts and stuff, little clips here and there, but you'll get something. Just be on the lookout.
Can't wait for that. And then, of course, what do I got going on? I'm actually going to do a video about Amanda Waller, too, but I was going to do this first and was just keeping this to Doctor Strange. So look out for that in a little bit. And then Saturday, you see these 3 dudes? They're going to be with me, and we're going to be talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And we'll start with Moon Knight, maybe. I'm kind of deciding if I want to keep it Doctor Strange because I think we're going to have a nice panel, and we'll all be able to discuss and to talk about these things in the film and our thoughts. So I can't wait for that.
Gotta make sure to give Jaded a lot of room to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Brent. Yes, he will be here. Jaded will be here. Jaded, the Jaded fanboy, will give his jaded opinions, and I'm sure he'll hate it, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna get out of here. I'm your girl, Ashley, aka the Widow. I hope you don't. And you know what? I hope everyone is happy and healthy and be mad chill, homie. Right? And the last thing I want to tell you, and don't forget this, is when someone tries to put a label on you, it's very easy to scratch that label off because you're more than one thing. And I love you all. I appreciate you all for watching. And you know what? We're going to get up out of here, and I'm going to leave you with a little message at the end of this. Guys, you all are freaking tight.
He's better.
MCU is the greatest thing ever. So,
Facts.
bye.
At least we got music this time.
Going down the DC road.
Little bit of love goes a pretty long way. Take a look at where you started from and where you are today. You climbed mountains, swam oceans, you got knocked down and kept going. In the end, you know you got to say a little bit of love goes a pretty long